OTC Decoded. What's the most interesting or unusual project you've ever worked on, and why did it stand out?
I guess it will be mostly the single discipline projects because that's where you get specialized work that you can do. On the larger projects, you basically do motor feeders, etc. So the most interesting, I would guess, is when Power Station 2, there's a generator 2 that actually ran away and it damaged the generator. I was then asked to replace the generator and the heat exchanger and the turbine. And for the first time in my life anyway, that was way before we had engineering managers, I was appointed as the engineering coordinator. So just a nice name for it. So yeah, that was actually quite an interesting project. I don't think a lot of people in Sasol get the opportunity to replace a generator.
Yes, the project that comes to mind. Now, firstly, I must say, of course, my engineering background is limited, and I will tell some stories or some things related to the business part of it or the marketing side of it. So what happened in about the middle 1990s is Sasol Oil took the fuel ethanol out of the gasoline pool in South Africa. They saw an opportunity to export this fuel ethanol to Brazil at a very lucrative price. And when that market came to an end, the oil companies in South Africa did not allow them to bring that fuel ethanol back into the petrol pool here locally. And then we had, and I was working on the chemical industry side on that side, we had a crisis on hand. We had to find storage, of course, for this ethanol, which kept on being produced in Secunda. And fortunately, we had a lot of, let's call it, relationships. So we stored ethanol, I remember, in Houston. We stored it in Europe, in Rotterdam, everywhere. And of course, the levels just kept on building up. At the same time, and this is the interesting project, we started looking for alternative uses for this ethanol from a chemicals perspective. And that is, for example, where the high purity ethanol comes from. Sasol, fortunately, at that stage, had already developed technology to purify this ethanol to high purity ethanol. But we built a huge plant in Secunda, not necessarily knowing where we're going to go with the product because it was a bit of a crisis, but we built the biggest synthetic ethanol plant in the world in Secunda. Still there today. We, together with an engineering licensor, developed an ethyl acetate plant, ethyl acetate technology actually, which was novel technology. It's technology that only uses ethanol as a feedstock for ethyl acetate, not ethanol plus acetic acid, which is the normal. And then quite a few others. We developed markets, chemical markets around the world for, let's call it fuel ethanol or less pure ethanol, not the high purity ethanol. Things like window washer fluid in Europe, for example, where they, of course, in the winter, they cannot just spray normal water onto their windscreens because it freezes over. So they have to put alcohol in there to depress the freezing point. Things like that. That was for me an extremely interesting project. And it continued for years, and it had all sorts of ramifications and things that grew out of it.
My first job as a process engineer on a production plant was to have the process flow sheets redrawn. Now, obviously, I didn't do this myself. I contracted an engineering firm to do this, but whichever new drawing they generated, I had to check physically on the plant, which means I had to follow every single line to its end to ensure that it's correctly reflected on the drawings. And I can tell you there's no better way to learn how a plant works and operates.
Quite a few, but the most interesting one for me was the anode-grade coker plant that was built in Secunda. I started the project off as the resident engineer in the research facilities of Lummus in Bloomfield, New York. Then the design was done in the Netherlands. and construction in Secunda. One of the most interesting bits of the project was how to move the coke in and out of Secunda facility. And after numerous discussions, it was decided to build a rail spur right in the middle of the road from the current rail link to the plant on the other side of the facility. That was very interesting to get everybody convinced to do that. On that project, I started off as the resident engineer in the research facilities. Then I was the lead process engineer on the plant, commissioning manager, and after that, for a while, I ran the operations before I moved on.